And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 3 of the Short Box, where me and the vicious Ginger Wolverine talk about comic books, pop culture, and why we hate the current state of it all. Save for a few good things. But we're not all negative Nellies here. I am Brimstone, and my partner in crime for these streams is the Ginger Wolverine. Who do we got in chat? Bo! We got Bo in chat, and more people will filter in eventually. So, any good comics this week, Wolvie?
I I actually didn't happen to grab any this week, other than no new runs, I guess at least.
I same here. Absolute same here. Ultimate Spider-Man's waiting in my box, and I trimmed down all of my Age of Nation comics. Cause hey, Wasp, cause it I thought it was going to be more self-contained than it was. Like if you read Age of Apocalypse, you don't need to read the build-up to know what's happening. Because Apocalypse has been well established for so long. The issue is Age of Revelation involved a new X-Men character called Revelation that apparently made something called the X virus. I don't even freaking know what it is. And because I didn't read the 24 issue run previous before this. And I'm like, I don't like this. I don't feel any connection to this. I don't understand what's going on. And I tried 3 issues. The Sabretooth, the Lurakini Sabretooth was the most chick book I have ever read, and I've read some pretty messed up chick books in my day. It's all like it's Sabretooth. It was all about relationship crap. The Amazing X-Men was pretty good. I enjoyed that, but it's not enough for me to want it every week, and especially with only a 3-issue run. And I'm just like, nope, we're going to cut everything back. It's all going to go downhill. So we're going to stick with this, and we're going to stick with, what's here. Going to trim down the run. Next week, the 12th of next month, the trade paperbacks for the issues 18 to 24 for Transformers comes out. And of course, 6 issues for Battle Beast. And the more funny part is they drop on the same day. And I'm like, oh, come on, that just hurts. So you see like $10 on my comic, but like I'll pull it up right now. Like you're gonna get a kick out of this. So only good book I can recommend this week, and I was actually pleasantly surprised by this, is the Phantom Run by Mad Cave Comics.
Okay.
It's are you familiar with the Phantom?
Oh no, a little bit.
It's the basic story, right? Like pirate is a descendant of a survivor of pirates destined to fight evil. His family line's destined to fight evil. Well, this is absolutely fantastic because one, it's only a $5 book because it's more of an indie publisher. But it is absolutely fantastic that this book does a great job making it feel like pulp again.
All right.
So it was really good. I do recommend this book, and it's only a 4-issue run, so it's nothing killer. But so far, I read the first issue. I thought it was fantastic. Not like it's like I want to rush to the store to get this. I just don't have the money.
Yeah.
But this comes out this week. It should be a very, very good book. But I'm going over my weekly polls. And I'm like, okay, here's my poll list. So here's this week's. Comes out the 29th. Here's, this. Yes, I do read the Gargoyles Demona because it is done by the original creator of Gargoyles. It's just more canon, which makes it good. And the art style is fantastic. And I got Nemesis Forever because you can't say no to Mark Miller. But then you got this week 61.
Whoa.
Static Shock Batman Beyond is something I was looking forward to.
Okay.
Event Horizon Dark Descent number 3 because I love Dark Event Horizon. Really good run so far. Absolutely horror, like very like psychedelic shit too. It's really good. The Battle Beast, the new Punisher, the World to Come because I really just like this run. Spider-Man 94, the new Transformers, and of course the fourth Transformers setup. So this is this is the most expensive week for me out of the month. And next month it's going to get $40 cheaper.
Well, that's good.
Well, I didn't expect him to drop both on the same day. And when I saw that, I'm just like, this really hurts. Then I got the Punisher Red Band and the X-Men Age of Apocalypse, which I really enjoy. So I went to get that. And Daredevil in Punisher called Devil Trigger.
Okay.
I haven't read it yet. My comic shop recommended it, and they know I'm extraordinarily picky when it comes to my books. So I wouldn't read it if I didn't recommend it. And then it just cycles through next month. But no, I cut down all of my comic purchases significantly. And let me tell you, by the time January hits, I got like no comics to buy.
Oh.
And all comic purchasing, including Rippaverse, stops in January.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
I have to make sure I have money for MegaCon. So that includes Vindicta. That includes all of it. Because I just have to make sure I have money for MegaCon. So my comic shop ain't going to take my box away from me. I'll just be like, I'll be in April to clean this out. But no, like, I spend enough money at my comic shop. I don't foresee any problems. But no, comic shop. And yeah, Bo versus the World. X Virus, that sounds like Internet Gas or something. It does sound like Internet Gas, Bo. I'm not going to lie. What a freaking week. You ever have those weeks that just crawls by? Because we're about to hit the holiday season and all the time is about to flip into overdrive. It's going to go by so fast. It's going to be the new year before we know it.
Oh yeah, no. Yesterday I thought it was Thursday, and I had a plasma appointment, and my wife was like, or I was going to make a plasma appointment. And my wife was like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. I was like, today's Friday. I was like, no, it's Thursday. She's like, no, it's not.
No, it's not. But so I used to have that exact same problem, and right next to me, at all times, is a calendar. And every day I wake up over morning coffee, I sip and I cross a day off with my marker because I will lose track of what day of the week it is because everything is blending together.
Yeah.
So no, we got some stuff to go into this week, but what is your Ollie story this week?
Okay, so I got a few.
All right.
I'll tell you here in a bit. So now, I have an I live just a few minutes away from an Ollie's. You know, Ollie's, it can be like hit or miss. Doesn't have anything super crazy, but I was bored. I was on TikTok, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go do like a what did I find at Ollie's video. I wasn't planning on buying anything, so I was showing everybody, like showing the shelves. You're like, oh, look at this, and then I finished with my video, and this guy comes up to me, and he's like, hey, can I buy your comic books? And I was like, sure. Like, he was like, okay, I'll see you up front. And I was like, he didn't even give me a limit. So I was like, so I was just like, well, I don't know. I don't want to overwhelm him. So anyways, he bought me these books. And so we got, I don't know anything about these because I'm pretty new to DC. We got Scott Snyder's Volume 1 of Batman, My Own Worst Enemy.
Never heard of that run.
I haven't either. And then the Volume 2 of Batman Rebirth. And then Volume 5. And then the Rebirth Volume 4 of Green Arrow. So
right on, dude.
Yeah, I don't know anything about them. I don't know if they're good or not. I just got them because they were free. So
I'm not a big Batman guy. Not a bad hero, just not my flavor.
Yeah.
Like I like Detective Batman. I don't like I can dodge anything and do everything with enough prep work Batman. Like, he's like, oh, look, I can counteract all the Justice League because I'm Batman. Like, the whole point of him, he's just a mortal man that has limits. And even his mind has, I'm sorry, he's not smarter than the Flash. No matter what you think, no matter how bad you, no matter how you write him, he's just not. The Flash's brain is faster than a supercomputer, especially Barry Allen's. He'll never be smarter than Superman. Why? Because Superman is Superman.
Yeah.
He's smarter than the Flash because his Krypton, because of everything, and like they removed his limits, and thus when he like Batman was always fun, always a good hero, and he was really popular. But when the shift happened, like the animated series did a great job of reflecting things and stuff like that, and Batman's the planner and things like that. But they really took it to next level when he went from that low key awesome hero, popular low key hero that was like all ultimate selling books, but the books did him justice, to mainstream love of God has to beat everybody, you know? And that's why I mostly check out on a lot of my hobbies and stuff like that. Like, because as soon as it hits that mainstream, they're going to change it. They're going to do something different, and it's not going to be the same hero anymore. It's why I got out of anime and haven't watched any real new ones since 2007. Why? Because anime went mainstream. I don't want my hobbies to be mainstream. Like, I used to be an avid Dungeons and Dragons player. You know what I don't play anymore? D&D. My friends have to bribe me to run. The amount of prep work, the system, WotC's treatment of the game. I'm not buying any more D&D books. I'll go buy used books after this.
Yeah.
But yeah. I have an Ollie's story for today. I too went into Ollie's this week to check the trade paperback section of my local Ollie's. And it was their third day of ever being open in my area.
Nice.
The parking lot was full. And I didn't think anything of it. And when I went to go check it out, because how the store's set up is, you walk in, you got the registers, and, it's like 5-6 registers, and they're all manned by very capable individuals. I really hope they got an opening day bonus for the shit that they went through. But I'm walking around because I've never been in one, and I'm just looking around to see what's what, and see where things are at and stuff. So I finally find the book section, and there's a lot of people over there. I'm like, wow, this must be some really good stuff. And then then I noticed that they're all lined up against the wall in an individual single file line, and I'm like, is this the line for checkout? They're like, yeah. I'm like, I'm not buying anything today, as I put the one notebook I had back. I didn't even get a chance to look at what they had there because there was a line in front of it.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, I'm really happy to, because I went a little overboard at the comic shop this week or last week. Last week. Yeah, last Saturday. Because I went to the comic shop, I went to get my weekly pickups, and I might have bought a second run of Battle Beast. They're $4 a book. It's like 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. $24 for a full run of Battle Beast.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And I put them in my box. And I'm just like, I love this run. And I also started pulling back issues of the Transformers off the shelves. I don't even want them in the first runs. I just want the comics. So it's now on my official weekly pull list. And after that, I'm going back and gathering up. I got a good old paper list made out. Apparently there's going to be apparently, I don't know how long it's going to go, but it might be 30 runs. Also, you messaged me that Otley, you're worried that Battle Beast is going to be as long as Invincible.
No, I'm not worried. I'm hoping that it is.
It won't be. It will not be. I would love it if it is. I really, really would. But at the same time, Otley doing a 150 issue run like they did, that's a lot of comic for anybody to work on. And Otley has honestly said that he won't do another one. He won't do another long run like that. He just doesn't have it. So that's why he's doing 6 issues, 3-month break. And when he posted about what was happening with the run, he said it was he was working on issue 9 like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So and the worst part is like even if you got Otley to sign off on another like 10-year run, which is oh god, Invincible ran so long, like it's 150 issues, and who knows how the breaks are in there. Invincible ran for so long, and you know, Otley's got his fingers, not Otley, Kirkman's got his fingers in everything. He's writing He wrote the Transformers Energon stuff, the first run, just didn't do the art. He worked on that. Now he's working on more of it. He's working on Void Rivals. He's working on G.I. Joe. He's working on all this stuff. He's got another run he's working on. He's working on multiple different things. He doesn't. It's a time constraint thing. And honestly, I would much rather a 2-year book run of 12 to 24 issues than I would have a 10-year run. I want a self-contained story. I want the story to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Like, you know, and especially with Invincible and stuff like that. We know where it's going. We know where it's going to end. There's only so much they can do in the time constraints that they have. Now, the end of the last book, as I said last week, ended with such a massive bang. Like, I made a video on it. And it was absolutely insane, the end of that book and the foreshadowing of what is coming. And like after this, you got to start either gathering the ultimate editions or the big chunky trade paperbacks or the individual little books that they have, because you're going to want to catch up. Because even I haven't read that far, but Invincible popped up in my feed for like a month. So I got like a crash course in lore.
Yeah.
But it was so damn. I was like, holy shit. Speaking of that, I actually got a response out of Otley. He is like, you are the first of many holy shits that we will have today after the end of Battle Beast first arc. And I'm like, yes, we did. It was absolutely. Oh crap! I forgot my coffee in the other room. Well, shit out of luck there. Not getting up to get my coffee again. Are you crazy? So, oh fuck it, I'll be right back. Yep. And we're back. Why? Because I got more coffee. I got coffee in my amazing Death Eater mug. Yep, Death Eater mug.
Dude, that is sick. Nice. Oh, I think I saw one. I
got it at Spirit Halloween for $20 last year.
Yep.
And I'm like, this is the greatest mug in the world. I use it every day. Before I go to bed, it gets washed out and set on the counter for me to fill up in the morning. Nice. So, Bo, Mask of the Phantasm is great. Kevin Conroy is arguably the Batman of this generation. And not even a TAS guy. You know, hey, don't you try that. You tipped over my coffee once already, evil little midget. Hi. You have peed, you have pooped, you need to stop. All right, so we got some stuff on the docket tonight. What are we going to start off with here?
Let's see.
Apparently, according to this lovely article, the Phantom is getting a Netflix-based series based on the comic strip. The last time we saw the Phantom on screen was with Billy Zane. And it actually wasn't that bad of a movie. But now we get this, though we don't have much to go on. The new rumor is claiming that Netflix is developing a new series, live action presumably, based on the 30s comic strip hero, The Phantom.
Let's go.
Now here's the trailer for the movie. Movie.
Oh.
You ever seen the movie?
Just have to now.
Darkness rules the earth.
In a dangerous world,
Governments crumble. Chaos reigns.
in a treacherous time,
There is opportunity in chaos.
evil is a fact.
We shall succeed where they have failed.
Drax is on a quest for a supernatural power.
They know far too much.
And courage
Stop them. You're the only one who can.
is a phantom.
Who was that guy? Somebody I already killed.
There are some who say he is only a myth. Soon they will discover
Heck yeah.
the phantom is real.
It is. The premise of it is absolutely fantastic. 1 minute. Shoot. Not what I wanted to hit. The premise of the Phantom is absolutely fantastic. So it's basically a kid in the 1700s ship was attacked by pirates, and he washes up on shores of Bengala. And he's taken in by the tribe as they see him as a prophesized man destined to fight evil. And that's what his family line does. He is known as the ghost who walks because every time one phantom dies, another one takes their place, and they all wear the same outfits and everything like that. So because of this, they think he's a legend. They can kill him, but he keeps coming back. You know, that you can kill him, and his legend has grown so much. And it takes place in the 30s. It's pulpy right before World War II. So it's got that Indiana Jones feel. And there is kind of a magical aspect to it, but it's not like overt magic. It's like he wears a ring for protection that can do some cool stuff and things like that. Bye, Wasp. Thanks for popping in. But it is overall pretty solid, and it's just a fun. You got to pick up the book, dude. Like you got like I know you love your trade paperbacks and stuff like that. Invest in a couple of $10 short boxes, some bags of boards, and start buying some issues. I love them too, by the way. I have a small shelf back there that I got. Like, let's see here. I still have my original. My best friend ganked my freaking Secret Wars off of me like 20 years ago, and I never got it back. So, and you know how hard that is to find? It had the original cover on it, too.
Pretty hard to find, yeah.
Yeah, Secret Wars is pretty hard to find these days. Let alone the freaking, like, the run wouldn't be so expensive if it wasn't for the issue that Spider-Man got his black costume in. No, $250. Quarter month's rent right there. No, but this could be something good. Then again, it could be something absolutely horrible. I learned that the Phantom helped. The Phantom is credited as the first superhero to wear a colorful, skin-tight costume. Later staple. Billy Zane's Phantom, absolutely fantastic. Billy Zane's Phantom is awesome. Fun movie. Heroes whose powers are drawn from 3 ancient skulls, and yeah, Pirates of the Sang Brotherhood, and yeah, Sang Brotherhood is back, and yeah, it looks pretty good. It could be interesting. Honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to this if the rumors are true. It could be just a fun throwback. Now, here's the other thing. All these are going into public domain in the next 10 years, 5 years, especially. The Shadow hits public domain. The Shadow's going to hit public domain. The Phantom's going to hit public domain. The original Superman, not the one that can fly, but can leap tall buildings in a single bound, goes into public domain too. And that's why they're rushing to get all these movies out. Because they're about to lose a lot of credits to people who will probably do a better job with the IPs.
Oh yeah.
No, but a Phantom would probably be absolutely fantastic.
You
I
said
don't
it
know.
was going to be by Netflix.
Yeah, by Netflix. That's what has me worried.
We'll see. I feel like they do pretty good most of the time. So
They do. It's just rumor and speculation. So it's like it doesn't matter what we read here; it might not be true, and I don't want to feed into it. But hey, if they are true, that would be fantastic. This is on a comicbookmovie.com. Who did the article? Mark Cassidy. Came out the 20th. Yeah, so I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like Phantom coming back to theaters could be pretty fun.
hopefully they don't screw it up.
One can hope. Well, speaking of screw ups, I got one for you today. This
Sorry.
popped up, like I'm part of several comic book Reddit feeds, and they have a lot of stuff that pops up, but this one is really bad. The Ultimate Universe Daredevil.
Okay.
Brace yourself.
Not a huge Ultimate.
You have to be a Daredevil fan. Here, I'll blow it up for you.
What am I looking at here?
Cover art. I want to know that, that just is horrible. This is 2 years in, variant cover art edition, but this is just the cover art. You want to see the comic art?
Let's see. I'm not a huge fan of the new Ultimate stuff.
The Ultimate Spider-Man is good.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Ultimate, and it's got trade paperbacks. You love your trade paperbacks. All right, so this is what the cover looks like. This is the art.
I see what they're trying to do, but like they're trying to go with a classic look.
Not even that. This
But
looks like it was drawn by a 10-year-old who's learning how to draw comics.
It looks bad.
It looks really bad, dude.
Oh my god. Okay. What's up?
This is horrible.
What's up with the leg? Oh no.
This is just horrible. Just absolutely miserable right here.
You know, right now DC's doing decent.
DC is doing decent with their
Marvel
absolute runs.
Marvel, I feel is they've pretty much lost it with like the writing, the art. What? I don't know.
Well, so Bo, this is the new Daredevil Ultimate Universe run. 2 years in. Besides the fact that Daredevil looks like he, is on steroids, and Daredevil is supposed to be, a ninja, a blind ninja with ninja training, this is what we get. It is this miserable art.
This is sad.
This is really
Are we
sad.
finally going to get a bad Daredevil run?
It looks like it, because holy crap. This just looks like garbage. And I'm not even a negative now. Like, I will say a comic is bad or good if I honestly think, but the art, the cover has to draw you, and the art and story have to keep you.
The art is a big thing for me.
Like,
For any comic.
It is. And this is just miserable. Look at that. like he's swinging off of the damn panel.
The colors are so plain too.
This does not jump off at the page.
No.
Like, I'm not even a connoisseur, but I know that this is crap. How did this get past freaking Marvel? How did this get past editing?
The design of the suit, everything.
The design of the suit looks like crap. You know, like the design of the suit looks like crap. Upside down D's?
Well, what I don't understand is the like low U neck. What's up with that?
He doesn't have no cleavage to show off. He don't need that crap. But holy crap, this is just miserable. How did this get past editing? I'm having to squint to look at this. It looks like he has a samurai helmet. It looks absolutely miserable, dude. Like, this is horrible.
I bet you this is gonna fail in just a few issues in. I guarantee.
Oh yeah, I might get this on principle as one of the worst Daredevil runs ever. Yeah,
Who's writing it? Who's writing it? Do you know?
First look at Daredevil 2 this comes out in December. See Xavier Pulido's generous. No clue who's writing it.
Okay.
Wait. Guardians of the Galaxy, who introduced me to alternate the spin-off. Pulido, Francesco. No sign of the writer. It's like a 5-person writing team.
Oh.
It's always a 5-person writing team unless Hickman's working on something. But that just is horrible. That's nightmare causing. The Man Without Fear deserves better than to be looking like a Saturday morning cartoon for, 5-year-olds. Because that's basically what that looks like, without skill.
I'm just surprised because Daredevil's like I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's never really been a bad Daredevil run. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not a big Daredevil guy. I have Born Again behind me that I just haven't gotten around to yet.
You should.
I know. It's not for lack of wanting. Like every time I sit down to read and relax, that little midget next to me starts to go get attention. Hey, what are you into?
There's that.
Yeah, every time I go do quiet time and I'm not playing a game or anything, he just butts heads and he'll go up against me and tap his nose into my side to get my attention, and he'll keep doing it instead of barking, which is a good thing because I don't want him to bark. He's really, for a little dog, he's really loud. Hey, buddy. So, poor Daredevil, man. That's just horrible. Which is why we buy not a lot of current issues and trade paperbacks.
Yeah, I buy a lot of older stuff.
You should try. I hear good things about Court of Owls for Batman.
Oh, Court of Owls is amazing. $10 for the compact. I got it. Oh, so good.
It's not that I don't like Batman. It's just not a lot of drive to buy his books.
Yeah.
Like I every month I said, like every time Rippaverse comes out with a new comic, I am rearranging monthly budgets to buy the book. I'm waiting for Norfolka to ship.
Same. Yeah.
Did you order your Norfolka?
Yeah, I did.
Awesome. We'll have to do a live review of it. We'll have to do a live comic review of Norfolka.
We're gonna have to, yeah.
And let's see what I got. Horseman 2 and Bloodruth 2 on order. And next month I'll have the Shaska's new book, Detention. And the Detention, and I'll also have what is it called? The other one. Horseman number 3.
Oh,
I forget. They come up with so much. I'm just like, yep, need that. Yep, need that. And I'll just order it
Detention Crew looks fun.
Yeah,
like
it looks like a lot of fun, and it's the Saska's first kids book, so I
Yeah.
gotta get anything Jen and Sil Saska. It's just what I do.
Looks like an unstable like Teen Titans kind of team.
It looks like the B Squad from what is it? The superhero movie Disney came out with Kurt Russell and Sky High.
Oh yeah.
Gives me Sky High vibes when I see it. So I'm like, this could be fun. Like, you don't have to read some crazy serious stuff. Comics are meant to be absolute blast to read.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what's next? What do we got next on this list? So we're gonna bring up this one. This one was shot over to me by my buddy here. Apparently, this is another reason I quit quit it after I said this, because this is out of Screen Rant. Wolverine just debuts, and yes, he's a total beast.
I haven't read this yet, so
This is the one you sent me.
Yeah.
This is from Age of Revelation. This is the run that I just ended. Wolverine Logan is in the run, but he's not. He's some crazy assassin for one of the head mutants, and I'm just like, this is just horrible. Today, in the last Wolverine, Carlos Lopez, Corey Pettit, and the wonderful Wolverine debuts. Following 10-year time jump, Logan's former protege Leonard has taken his place as the heroic Wolverine, nicknamed the Wonderful Wolverine by the mutant society in which he lives.
The Wonderful Wolverine?
The Wonderful Wolverine. And now that I see this, I am even more happy that I canceled my Age of Revelations run, and that I only got like 5 issues.
Oof.
I mean, it looked awesome, but this was actually one of the books that I was going to pull. It's called The Last Wolverine.
The Wonderful Wolverine. I can't get over that. That's
wearing a version of the Wolverine costume. Leonard has lethal claws and an unbelievable healing factor, but he's way more optimistic than Logan. However, beneath the surface, Leonard has a savage heart he's struggling to control.
I'll say this: the character looks cool.
The character looks awesome,
but the path along of like legacy characters gets to be a bit much, and this is one of those things where it's a bit much.
It is. Introduced in 2024, Leonard's a teenager afflicted with the curse of the Wendigo, turning him into a mythical beast who hungers for human flesh, which would explain why he looks like the Wendigo. In the Curse of the Wendigo, turning him into human flesh, Wolverine fought Leonard, but ultimately saved his life following a villainous arcade, teaching Leonard how to harness his hunger and assert his humanity when even the Wendigo form. Oh, he's not even a fucking mutant. He's accursed. Now, yeah, there is the new there is Logan Wolverine. There is Logan from the Age of Apocalypse, or the Age of Revelation. And the more I read about this run, the more than happy I am really checked out of it. Like, I was actually looking forward to this run. Wolverine, both Beast and Wolverine have a fusion dance now. Logan, who's been brainwashed into Revelation's chief assassin, the Angel of Death. Yeah, Logan's been brainwashed again.
What's new?
But yeah, no, like, I can't even read more of this, dude. Like, I really can't.
Why? I just don't understand why they have to go with the legacy.
The Wonderful Wolverine.
I can't with that name. It's so bad.
This is horrible.
it doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense.
No, this doesn't.
Like he's not a mutant.
He's not a mutant. He is cursed.
Like I have some issues with X-23 being Wolverine, but at the end of the day, I kind of have accepted it because I like her as a character. But this is just
This is dumb.
this is weird. This is just so random.
Yeah, it's completely random unless you read the run that not a lot of people are reading. And I'm just like, oh.
I hope
God,
this
the pain.
fails too.
The Age of Revelations so it's a big arc with multiple issues across multiple comics, but Age of Revelation, it's like 3-issue runs for like 12 characters. And I'm just like, I just don't care.
I'm so done with the legacy thing. I'm so over it.
This just looks stupid.
He's a Wendigo. Here's the thing too. He's a Wendigo, not a Wolverine.
He's a Wendigo, not a Wolverine.
Why don't they just call him the Wendigo?
And believe it or not, in the original Hulk movie, and somewhere in the MCU, there was a nod to the Wendigo in the MCU. Like at some point, they're like, people went missing in Canadian wilderness. And it was big. Whatever it was big, so they automatically presumed it was Hulk. No, it was Wendigo, because that's would be in Canadian. That he would be the one in the Canadian wilderness. But no, holy crap, that's just dumb. That is just really dumb.
I don't understand.
That one hurts.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either, dude. I really don't. What do we got? What's up next? What do we got next for this absolute insanity that we have for the state of the comic book industry? I think I covered that last week. Got some info from the Brand New Day set.
Okay.
Brand New Day set. Let's give this a happy share. Spider-Man Brand New Day set video reveals a major spoiler for Sadie Sink's mystery character. New footage on the set of Spider-Man Brand New Day reveals a potentially major spoiler involving Sadie Sink's mystery character. You can view the video here at your own risk. There it is right there, but we're going to read this. The debate continues on who Sadie Sink is playing in Spider-Man Brand New Day. I would have thought it would have been Firestar, but apparently it could be Mayday Parker. And I'm just like, ugh. As you can see below, Sadie Sink character is being wheeled around into a big black van on a gurney. She doesn't appear to be moving, and we've heard from those who watch these scenes being shot and people taking her to the apartment of damage control. The implication is that she's someone with superpowers. As we know, the DOC has taken a special interest in young superhumans following the events of Spider-Man No Way Home and Ms. Marvel. There's a chance Sink's character is even dead in these scenes, as it doesn't look like the type of van you might be placed a body into. Rumors have pointed out that Stranger Things star playing everyone from Jean Grey to Rachel Cole Elves, the shapeshifter like Saratha or Menace. But your guess is as good as ours when she comes in. It would make she'd be perfect for Firestar. We know Sink. We do know that Sink's video quality is meh at best. Well, the clothing of the person on the gurney matches what we saw the actress wearing a few days ago, and those who on set who have claimed it was her. Sink is bound to be bombarded by Spidey questions while promoting the 5th and final season of Stranger Things. God help her for that one, man. Seriously. Because she's in Spider-Man, it's all going to be taken away going towards the, all taken away from Stranger Things and focused on the freaking Spider-Man stuff. Because that's bigger. Honestly, while I love Stranger Things, Spider-Man is bigger than that.
Yeah.
This is news to me. No, I have nothing to say about this. The rumors are really cool, though. Sink said, it's an awesome rumor, and yeah, I know I covered this in a previous video. But let's check out this video here and boost it up. Yeah, there she is could be, yeah, it definitely looks like a damage control van, and it doesn't look like it's the Punisher's van either. I definitely think it might be a young Firestar. And given the fact, if you look right there, there's a separate set of doors, like a cage inside. So it probably is damage control.
Okay.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Brand New Day, the title of Divisive Storytelling is, yeah. We all know about that. We pretend that one more Brand New Day didn't happen. Because why? Because it was one of the stupidest story arcs in Spider-Man history. You know about One More Day, right?
One
More Day is the story where Peter trades his marriage to MJ to Mephisto to bring back Aunt May. That's why we have the current run we have of Spider-Man. Why? Because they're stupid. It's set to release July 26th. I don't even know if I'm going to go see this. I just don't care enough. But that could be something interesting. Good for comic book movie coming out with that one. Brand New Day. Apparently Transformers and G.I. Joe are going to team up for as soon as this loads, team up for an Energon animated series at Hasbro.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I did a video on this earlier this week, and this should be good. This is out of Greek Geeks and Gamers. Hail 199. Gamers, absolutely fantastic right here. You can learn more about Strunk 330's. Yup. If you want to, I have a link in my Transformers video covering this. Raven, yes, I will always yell about Spider-Man one more day because it ruins Spider-Man. It has divided the fan base, and a divided fan base will not stand.
I'm still trying to get over Wonderful Wolverine. That's so funny.
The Wonderful Wolverine. We're living in what's happening? MJ and Peter aren't married. We got a Wonderful Wolverine in comics. Cats and dogs living together. We really are in the end times.
Keep in mind, guys, we still have comic books.
We still have comic books. Thank God for Otley and Kirkman. Bringing quality comics to our shelves.
I'm holding back tears. I'm trying so hard to just get that out of my head. I can't stop. That's so funny. Okay, continue.
So as I was saying, J. David Drunk 3PO covers every single Transformers issue. They're in individual episodes, or he has a one big long run, and he covers each new book as it comes out every month. Definitely check out his channel if you want to catch up and don't have time to read it and just want to sit and listen to the background. He actually narrates it and does like a page by page scroll through of it. Really good books. The art is really good. Too bad the artist is kind of a dick. But yeah, really good books. Again, recommend Battle Beast. I recommend Battle Beast to everybody, whether you're a manga fan or a general comic book fan. Got to read the Battle Beast. It's the only comic, like, I can like any comic. I really can. I can sit down and like, yeah, I like this. Yeah, I like this. But there's what I like, and then there's some comics that I know other people would like, and the ones I actually recommend to people. because it's like, oh look, like it's like a movie. Yeah, I like this movie. I know it's not for everybody, but I like this movie. So I'm like, I will say I enjoyed it. Doesn't
Okay.
mean you will. But then I'll go, you got to read Battle Beast, or you got to read this, or you got to read that. It's actually really good. It's because it's not just, it ties into Invincible, which is hugely popular. It not only ties into Invincible, but it's a standalone thing. It feels like manga at points, but it isn't manga. And it's American comic done with great art, and it has that level of ultra violence that's good, but it doesn't go. It's over the top, but over the top done well. And I'm just like, it's 6 issues in. Crack open the wallet and grab the book. Like, read the first. Like, I was at the comic store, like I was, and they're like, "What do you recommend?" I'm like, "Battle Beast." I'm like, why? Well, first of all, it's a $4 comic. It's a $3.99 comic book over a $4 or over a $6 or a $5 or $6 comic book, like other runs like Marvel, DC, all that stuff. Second of all, it ties into Invincible, and Invincible is really popular right now because new season comes out soon. People are hyped up for stuff coming out and watching reruns, and it's big. So I'm like, so you got that. But it's honestly just a comic for the sake of a comic book. It has no other ulterior motive other than to sit there and tell this story about what happened to Battle Beast between this point and this point in the Invincible universe. That's its whole goal. And if you know what happened to Battle Beast and you know his fate already, you know that they can do some really awesome shit with just this amount of time. Because he can't die. Because he doesn't die. He dies later in the comics, not in this run. So this is going to be phenomenal. And I'm like, this is why you got her. He's like, all right, I'll check it out. Never heard from him again. Just a guy in a comic shop. But I'm like, yeah, read it, love it, you will. And it's only 6-issue run so far. It's a great time to get in, and it will leave you on a cliffhanger that goes, oh my God, yes.
I'm looking forward to it.
Transformers. I am honestly hoping that they do this. And if Kirkman's one of the showrunners, it should do good. It should do really good. We got The Rock, we got Channing Tatum. I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's going to be an adult akin to what they had for Invincible. I'm hoping they don't pull like Invincible. While don't get me wrong, the show is good. The show is actually really good, but some of the stuff in the comics explains a lot more about Mark. And there's something in the comic books I'm trying to figure out if they're going to cover or not. So the Viltrumite Alyssa, who came down to check on him, actually in the comics grapes Mark. Like there's a whole 2 panels of him getting graped. And she ends up having his kid.
That's
and nice. I'm like, what are they going to do with that? Like this is one of those scenes in the book that in the comic that massively impacts Mark going forward. His relationship with Eve and everything. And I'm like, how are they going to cover this? And usher out because it makes people uncomfortable. Because you see, Viltrumites, the female chooses the male, and the male puts up a fight, which turns her on even more. She changes and goes through a kind of redemption, an irredeemable redemption arc type thing. But it is very much, how are you going to cover this? Because it has to be covered. What are you going to do? Happen mysteriously off stream? Because it impacts Mark's relationship with Eve. It impacts Mark's relationship going forward. It impacts Mark's relationship with his son, Marky.
Wow.
So it's a very impactful thing, and it makes me wonder how they're going to cover it. Now, it is an adult show, but there's limits. You look at the state of the world. You can't have the woman being the aggressor at that point. And you can't have Mark be the aggressor because he's the hero. So they might just cut it.
So-
Or they might go in a moment of weakness, Mark slept with her, so, just spin it differently. And, like spin the guilt from, Esaid to like cheating on Eve and stuff like that, making like, I don't know. I whatever it is, I'm not gonna like it because it's one of the most impactful things that happened in the comic books. And it
Dang.
needs to happen to progress things. As horrible as it is. And they cut out a lot of the show cut out a lot of the human aspects and just replaced it with ultra violence.
Mhm.
Like the train scene where like Nolan holds him in front of the train. I'm like, that's awesome. And Mark just gets ripped apart, beat to shit. Like it wasn't the scene where they're flying in the air and they're talking, and then Mark gets pummeled into a mountain. That actually is the whole arc. That's the whole violence of the scene. All the other stuff that Nolan did, the jets, the trains, everything was added in for the show because they needed to stretch it out. The book is violent, but it's not violent like that. That's just that's replacing the human. Mark, some of the first 12 issues are Mark going off and dealing with college stuff. Like he's invincible. Is him trying to balance the human superhero aspect, and they cut that all out, and they replaced it with violence.
Dang.
So, and I actually thought that while the series is good, it really took away from Mark. And don't even get me started on the power difference between the comic book characters and the freaking Omni-Man. Like I've read the first 12 to 13 issues. I have the first 24 over there, but that's going to take me a few more months to get them all together. Like when I get back from MegaCon, I'm only buying like $20 worth of comics a month and then a $40 ultimate edition of, that because I got to save for my move. But the impact, like Omni-Man in the comics goes up against the Guardians of the Galaxy and annihilates them. I'm not talking a little bit. I'm talking they didn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Like, in the show, you got the Red Rush, and it's this brutal beatdown, knockdown fight. Like, Omni-Man's barely left standing. Not in the comics. In the comics, it's panel dead, panel dead, panel dead, panel dead. Next page. Next page, Immortal, I never liked you. Picture of Nolan, then it goes, cut his head off with his hand. Next page, I never liked you either. Nolan in blood. That was it. That was the death of the Guardians of the Globe in the comic books.
Wow.
Until Mark rewrote time and everything like that and went back and shit. But it is and he got shit beat in the comic. He barely was standing afterwards. I'm like, they powered him down. Like the real threat of what Nolan is not even pales in comparison to what he is in the comic books. And it is absolutely insane to see them power him down. I get it, you can't, like he's unsurmountable. You can't make him too powerful. Yes, you can. You're not getting how much of a threat he really is.
Yeah.
So just the difference between the comics and the books are so much. The show is good, but the comics are better by leaps and bounds because it fills in a lot of gaps and you actually get to see the real character grow about how Mark went from just this human hero to the leader of the Viltrumite Empire. And how he basically went, I'm the emperor now and heroes are just not heroic anymore. Like I have other things to do. You're right, I'm not a hero. I'm an emperor now. This is not just for me anymore to help you. This is for my people and the betterment of everybody. Like just what he does. And by the time Mark's done, like how Mark is set up, Mark ages really as Viltrumites get older, they just get stronger. And like their DNA is hyper aggressive. It will overwrite any other species in the universe. So we got that going for them. But as they get older, they just get stronger. Nolan's only 5,000 years in the comic books. And he is ridiculously strong. We don't know how old Conquest was, but he's definitely pre-Viltrumite Purge. And it's absolutely insane how strong they get. Now, Mark's going to die eventually one day. Unfortunately, Eve is the most sad character of it because her power, when she dies, she has a limiter on her powers that only lets her affect inorganic matter. She can rewrite atoms, which is why she's called Adam Eve.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when she dies, her powers go into overdrive. The release is unlocked, like a Jean Grey style thing. The release is unlocked, and she can regenerate herself completely, regenerate another person completely. So every time she dies, she comes back again. Their boobs get bigger because that's something that she does. But she also rewrites Mark's DNA to make him stronger too.
Mm.
So it's absolutely there is so much to this going like this. You gotta read it.
Yeah.
I want to get a hold of these books to read it. The only thing stopping me is money because those back issues where they were going for 300 before, Invincible #1's going for $5,000 graded.
My.
All right, Bo. I feel that the Amazon is gonna it where Mark is the thing and happens to be his fault. I agree. I think they're gonna find a way to make it his fault. He and Eve got into a fight. He finally gives in to Nissa, and just that's the end of it. Ends up having a kid. And she goes away for a while, and it's gonna cause strife. And you're right, Bo. I think Amazon's gonna do that too. And there will be a rather loud, angry video on that one. Because I will show those panels on stream. I got the whole Invincible series downloaded on with image files. I will make an angry video about that one. But no, like the Invincible series is good, but the comics are just absolutely phenomenal. There's a reason it went 152 issues.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we got next here? No, that's the Energon universes. Delete. Go ahead and delete those. Apparently, we might. Apparently, people want to see. Some guy wants to see Nova in the Doomsday, in the Avengers Doomsday. Wants Glenn Powell as Nova. Now, I have very strong opinions on this. I think Glenn Powell's a great actor. I don't think he should play Nova. Just not the casting. I don't know who I'd cast, but I don't feel him as Nova. He's a Texan. He if he's gonna do he if anything, he's Booster Gold.
Yeah.
If anything, he is Booster Gold, and that's who should play Booster Gold. Although I think all actors need to stay the hell away from anything DC and Marvel right now. Just stay the hell away from it. DC is about to go through another reset, and we're hearing that Gunn is out. Revan, why? Why what? You need to give me some frame of reference there, buddy. I will happily answer your question, but you need to ask why, because I can go why. I will give you the generic answer of 42. And yes, I have Hitchhiker's Guide back there on my thing along with the rest of the books. But he is not. Why Nova? Why Nova? Yeah. Like, why Nova? He's a great actor, but why Nova? I would never have him as Nova. Writer Mike Waldron wants Glenn Powell as Nova to make a great addition. Why? So you can put him in a movie that's not going to do that well? Like, it's going to make money. There's no doubt about it. But how much? And how much will that first week drop-off be in the box office? Because it went really well with Superman. He wrote Loki, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. I want him to stay the fuck away from Nova. Like, honestly, we should have had Nova. So in between Infinity War and Endgame, we should have had Nova and not Captain Marvel. Why? Because Thanos would have had to wipe out the Nova Corps to do that. And the intelligence would have tapped him, and we would have had a great Nova. But no, Captain Marvel. All because Kevin Feige got criticized in line about why he didn't have any female superhero movies making $1 billion at the box office. Why? Because it's Wonder Woman. It is one of the big three of. I'm a DC normie, and I even know that there's big three. There's Superman, there's Batman, and there's Wonder Woman. Those three will make money. It was a period piece, so it had that going for it, which was fantastic. That was a selling feature of the game for movie for me. An actual legit setting piece. Patty Jenkins did a good job with the movie. It was good. Second one was shit, but she was working off of Snyder's notes.
Yeah.
But why didn't it make $1 billion? Easy. Because it was Wonder Woman, a staple DC character. Nobody knew who Nova was, but you had the great time to introduce him to everybody. But you got criticized in line, and the next thing you know, here we are having like, I made $1 billion. I'm like, it came in between the two biggest Marvel movies ever. And how'd that second movie do, by the way? Aren't you bringing her back for Doomsday too? You know, like, if she's that big and made that much money, why aren't you bringing her back?
Yeah.
He was listening to the wrong people. And it sucks because what the MCU could have been would have been fantastic. Nix the multiverse story arc. Screw it. No, you can't, like, in a comic book, a multiverse medium works because the run will end. The run will end, and you always have that baseline to go off of and read. It works for a multiverse. And even DC realized multiverses don't work when they created the Infinite Crisis. Why? Because they had too many storylines going on and needed to tie them all together.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work in the cinema. Why? Because it's a movie. It's a different medium. And because of this, they have to now reset the multiverse, and we all know how that's going to happen if you know anything about Franklin Richards. He's going to take Loki's place on that throne and be that universe's Franklin Richards, and we're getting some crap Tony Stark variant of Doomsday. I don't want a Tony Stark variant of Doomsday. I want Victor Von Doom.
Mm-hmm.
I want him talking about himself in the third person. I want all of that shit, but you know we're not getting any of that because I don't trust Marvel not to fuck it up. Especially the last 5 years of nonstop bad movies and not knowing what they're doing with Kang. Oh, we're going to use the Kang Dynasty. Okay, Kang Dynasty is really cool. Oh, no more Kang Dynasty. You had cemented it for how many movies? And now you're saying you want to bring in Nova. We told you to bring in Nova between Infinity War and Endgame.
I might be wrong on this, but I think they were thinking about it at the time. They were planning on it. It didn't happen.
If you can find something on that for next week, shoot me a link. But because they didn't, they lost out on a great story arc, which could have worked well with Guardians of the Galaxy working with the Nova Corps. It could have done so much. He has all the same powers as Captain Marvel, except he's not a free rogue agent like Captain Marvel. He has a clear, definitive purpose for the character, which makes him really easy to write for.
Yeah.
In Revan, it wouldn't take 50 years for them to freaking do that whole thing with a multiverse. Why? Because it just doesn't work. You have one film to tell a story. Marvel used to be, you tell the story, and it had a kind of what's coming next on it. That's always what it used to be. It was interconnected, but all of it was its own story until after Endgame. Everything automatically tied into the next movie, automatically tied into everything because they got drunk on their own success, resting on their laurels, like people were just going to spoon feed and eat it up.
Yeah.
And now look what we got. Slop after slop after slop of films that no one gives a shit about. No one's tied. That Tony Stark snap, still, I will never forget seeing that in theaters. I will never forget seeing Cap pick up Mjolnir and go toe-to-toe with Thanos. I will never forget that three-way endgame. I will never forget sitting in the theater and almost fucking crying because when I saw those portals start to open.
Yeah.
Now, my theater-going experience was almost ruined for Endgame. Why? Because they decided to have a birthday party with about 20 loud kids for the first half of the movie at my movie theater. Luckily, they all shut up near the end.
Yeah.
7 and 10-year-olds. But no, this is what we're getting now. And you can call me a fat, angry, militant nerd, whatever. It doesn't make me wrong. Please, I am fat. But Glenn Powell, out of everybody, Glenn Powell should be, ideally, should be in the DC universe playing Booster Gold.
Yeah. No, I think so too.
He is a perfect Booster Gold.
If they put him in the Marvel universe, I don't think it should be Nova. Because I'm thinking, just based on his looks, I think he would be a perfect Eddie Brock.
He's too skinny to play Eddie Brock.
Well, so there's I don't know if you read the Donny Cates run for Venom, but in that one he's huge and buff. So I think if they did a story like that,
if I was going to have anybody play Venom as Eddie Brock in the comic, you take Alan Rickson and you blonde him. You do classic Venom. You do buff bodybuilding Eddie Brock, and you go back to originals. What DC fails, what DC and Marvel have failed to absolutely understand is your job is 90% done for you. All of your work, you should be on Easy Street pumping out these movies. Take story from comic, adapt as best you can to screen, put out. That's what you got. They did it with the cinema. They did it with the animated universe.
Yeah.
The comics were good because everybody loves these characters. They love these stories. Okay, me and my friends were going back, and forth the other day. My friend Misha, bless her heart. We're going back and forth the other day about casting Kingdom Come characters.
Okay.
And she's like, who would you have play Superman? I'm like, you really want to know? I'm like, yeah, John Hamm. Kingdom Come Superman. Have you ever seen a picture of John Hamm?
Yeah.
He's not the Madman John Hamm. Like the Madman John Hamm, he's too young. He's got nothing. He's a great actor. We want modern John Hamm. He can lose weight and get cut a little bit, but even old, play that old Superman. He's got that salt and pepper hair like Kingdom Come does, and he's got that square jawline and everything. He could play a great Kingdom Come Superman. And all you would have to do is act a little like Don Draper from Mad Men. And just like, I want to see Kingdom Come. I want to see, as from heel versus babyface, put it the best. How do you do a DC universe? You do Superman, you do Batman, you do Wonder Woman, you do World's Finest. There is 5 years worth of films. You establish your foundation, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like John Cena, you can't see me type shit.
Yeah.
But they didn't. And Gunn's learning the hard way. Gunn's out. I am praying that Gunn is out when the sale goes through. He's going to have, well, here's the other thing. He has too much in production for it to not go through. Mm-hmm. So he's got to put out like he's got to put out Supergirl, and then Man of Tomorrow or whatever the next Super. And then he's like, we don't know what's happening beyond that. Of course you don't know. You're not going to fucking be there. Yeah. That's why you don't know what's going on. Because as soon as the sale goes, he's out. And they're going to do another, they probably will do another reboot. And I'm just like, come on, another freaking reboot again? We've had Superman Returns, Man of Steel, now this Gun thing, now a 4th reboot? It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I've been burned out on superhero movies. I checked out after Loki. Like, I wanted Loki. I didn't want Sylvie Loki. I didn't want, like, Rupert, the guy who played old, like, comic accurate Loki. Brandon McLaren! Awesome. Loved it. Great role. Only redeeming thing in the freaking show. The Master Illusionist Loki? Yeah, that one. Otherwise, no. Just.
Yeah. I've checked out. Other than new Daredevil series. I haven't seen that yet.
I love Daredevil series. I haven't seen the new Daredevil series, and I have no. These days I have learned in the past few years that your time on this planet is finite.
Yeah.
Like you have stuff that you have to do to live and get by and everything like that that you just do. Your free time, your leisure time should not be spent a second doing anything that you don't want to do. If you I'm not going to sit there and watch a show I don't want to watch. Why? Because life is way too short to do that shit.
Yeah.
And this is coming from somebody who lost two family members a year and a month apart.
Mm,
Fuck cancer and kidney failure.
yeah.
Lost my dad and my grandfather a year and a month apart. And those are deaths that you can't get over. They will stick with you and you carry them. And you realize life is way too fucking short to deal with shit.
Yeah.
So there we are. But Nova? A fucking Nova? What the hell is that guy smoking? Well, he's Hollywood, so you never know. But just absolute insanity. What else do we got up today? Short box. No. Oh yeah. I don't know why I bookmarked that. It was my Learn to Love Battle Beast post to you. We'll go over. I guess we'll go over what comic books are coming out this week.
Okay.
Go over that a little bit. See if there's anything. So we got the Absolutes coming out. We got Imperial. I have no clue what that is. Apparently, they're killing off the Death of Silver Surfer until they need to bring him back. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Apparently, they're the last long Halloween for Batman. Emma Frost, interest, but more of this Age of Revelations crap. Really happy I checked out. Although I will say it is nice to see Cloak and Dagger back to some extent. They are really cool characters.
Yeah.
I always thought that Cloak and Dagger were absolutely great, but I just don't trust New Marvel to do anything decent with them. Yeah, there's the Age of Revelation stuff, man. I'm really happy I checked out of that comic book run.
You heard anything
apparently Supernatural's getting a new comic book. See, I'm of the very, very unpopular opinion that Supernatural should have ended at season 5.
Oh, no, I agree with that.
Like, I thought that season 5 ending was perfect. You know, Dean sacrifices himself to go into the pit with Lucifer. Sam throws himself into the pit with Lucifer, and then Dean goes about living his life day to day back with that family and kids and everything like that. They're all sitting around the table eating dinner. Cutscene. I was talking to somebody about this a while ago. They're like, but he just would have been back to hunting anyways. And that's the tragedy.
Yeah.
See, the whole point of Dean coming back and sacrificing himself like that was Sam coming back and sacrificing himself like that is so Dean could have a chance at a normal life. He never had a chance at it at all. It was always taken away by his father. He was always designed to be that hunter right after his dad died. His dad trained him. He did everything. So Dean giving up that afterwards was the real tragedy. And let's face it, they're hunters. They do horrible things to very bad things. Like, it's not hunters are good people. No, hunters are bad people doing things to worse people or worse things. They aren't some heavenly host or some idyllic person. They are driven people who lost something and it had such an effect on them that this is all they have. It consumes them. And they don't have a good end. They have very, very bad ends. You don't get a happy ending as a hunter. No matter what the show Supernatural tells you. And I have played in enough games in 30 years to know that it does not end well. So, but no, we got Supernatural coming out. I don't even want, at this point, I don't care. We got Venom, Supernatural. Marvel Rivals is getting a comic book. What a surprise there. Conan, the Scourge and the Serpent. I've heard good things about Conan. Swords and Sorcery comics aren't bad, just not my thing. We got the Phantom. Good one right there. We got a reprint. This is actually one that I want to get.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's close to the Amalgam comics that were DC versus Marvel, and I love these. And that's Logan and Lobo in one fused character, and his claws are like shootout chains, and that's the Green Lantern. That's one of the that's one of the amalgamation characters he kills in the issue. And I'm like, if this issue does well enough, I'm hoping they bring this back.
Yeah.
Because the run, so you had, for the Amalgam comics, you only had one issue per character, sometimes two, but one issue per character. So you had Man-Bat Thing, Spider-Boy, you and all this stuff, but there was so much potential for more there.
Yeah.
And the fact that we didn't get it sucked. So this is a nice thing. It's like, hey, this is what's going to happen. And I'm like, color me interested. And it's done by Frank Miller.
Okay.
So, and it's a single issue. The issue is it costs $7. So yeah, maybe, I don't know. I don't have the money right now.
Oh, pricey, yeah.
That's a pricey book. That is a pricey book. We'll see how I'm feeling. So there's that was cool, but no, there's nothing else here. That Godzilla versus America, Kansas City. That's funny. What's in Kansas? There's nothing. Godzilla in the middle of Kansas makes 0 sense. He's aquatic based. Maleficent. I didn't know there was a Maleficent run coming out. I just don't want to give Disney many money.
Yeah.
But no, like the only one I can recommend this week is the Phantom. And it's $5. And I'll give $5 to an indie company for the Phantom. The art is good. The art is sometimes you get that Saturday morning cartoon feel from it, but still good.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely worth the pickup. But no, that's it. I think that's it for today. I did my best to gather everything for the stream and everything like that. What else to make sure here? Oh yeah, we will go over the Rippaverse books that are on the way out. So let's see here. Okay, there it is. I have a special Rippaverse folder for all their links.
Nice.
So we got a couple books coming out. We got Rippafest, which is apparently a contest that I lack the skills of. I'm a storyteller, but I like building my own stuff. I don't like adding on to other people's stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We got Alpha Core 2, which is up for pre-order right now. When does that pre-order end? Pre-order for Alpha Core 2. Oh, come on. Pre-order for Alpha Core 2 ends in 30. Got a month left to pre-order that, which is great. That's a nice time gap right there for that one. That wasn't a month release. That was a really nice 2-month time gap to pre-order this. So looking like this order closed. This closes end of November, and Alpha Core is actually really good. It's done by the great Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett back on this. Absolutely fantastic book. I will 100% be ordering that. And we have a new one by the Soskas, The Detention Crew. And this one actually really has me interested because it is their first non-adult comic book. It's written by Jen and Sylvia Soskas with Matteo Lucetti as the artist. Michael Woods doing the colorist. And this just looks like a fantastic book. Not doing bangers, I don't know why, but hey, this pre-order ends December 13th. Absolutely worth grabbing. And I think anything the Soskas touch is fantastic. I have most of their comics in spades. I have a double set of the Black Widow with like with 3 variant covers, and I'm working on tracking down the other 6 for something other than $25 a book. That's a lot of money for a for a variant cover. But they did a great Black Widow run. The only comic I don't have from them is called Kill Crazy Nymphros Attack, and I am working on remedying that. But Detention Crew Part 1, which means there's probably going to be a Part 2. The art looks fun. I mean, it's a kid's book. I mean, it's not crazy. It just looks fun.
Now the thing too is that one of the 2 sisters said they're like it is mainly directed for kids, but like in general it's all ages friendly. So yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool.
It's probably cheesy off the top, nothing hard hitting or serious. And you know, sometimes you just need to read that. It's like reading Achromatic Chronicles Blue and Green. It's just a fun book. And this ends in 48 days, December 13th. I will absolutely be ordering this next month. And after December, I just got to stop buying comic books. Well, okay, the probably exception for that, as soon as I hear Battle Beast is coming back up, I might order multiple copies. But no, like Rippaverse, and if you haven't, check out some of the other Rippaverse comics. They're actually really good. I'm a big fan of Yaira, and I really like Blood. If you like Constantine, you like magic, you like that stuff, you gotta read Bloodruth. It is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yaira is a little bit of an amalgamation of like some really cool stuff. And if you just want a standalone issue, one book you can only afford, Zaylin.
Yeah.
Zaylin, What Kills Must Die is phenomenal. It is not hard to read, but it's a spectacle of a book. The art is akin to old Kirby's pop off the page books. It's phenomenally good.
Yeah, it's really good.
The only books I'm missing are ISOM 1 through 3 and some of the Ripazines. I'm hoping to remedy that at MegaCon. Well, at least the ISOM books.
Okay.
But yeah, I haven't read ISOM yet. Not that I'm against it, but they do have some other stuff coming out that isn't officially announced yet. The Black Eyed Club, The Cursed, The Black Eyed Club, The Curse. I have Norfolka on pre-order. This will be getting a freaking review. We will do a live review when we get this. Like we will have a live. Gingy and I will have a freaking live review when this comes out. I'm actually really excited for Salvage.
Yeah, me too.
And Saros and The Cursed, and basically anything that comes out of Rippaverse. I really enjoyed Saints and Sinners, but the shining one there is I really enjoyed Eric July's story, the lawyer. Like just the whole, he's just a guy that stumbles across something that he shouldn't have, and it was so good. And you know, we got more Yaira on the way. I'm looking forward to we need more Great War of Separation.
Yeah.
Like
I thought we'd get it by now. Issue 3.
What?
I thought we'd get issue 3 by now.
I think the Alpha Core took precedence, and rightfully so. People have been waiting for Alpha Core for a while. Really, Bo? You couldn't finish it? You keep it, dude. I want to give my money to Rippaverse. No offense, I appreciate the offer though. I haven't read ISOM. I was waiting for the first arc. Gooding was actually surprisingly really good.
Yeah, I liked
Gooding
it.
was solid.
It was a good origin story.
I used my when they had the Zaylin misprint and sent out the 60% off coupon. I dropped it in my Saints and Sinners order. So I got Alpha Core, Saints and Sinners, and Gooding in the same breath. And Gooding and Alpha Core had been out so long that I'm like, there's no point in dropping a review for them, but I did read them. So Gooding was actually really good. We need to see, like, he's not a main hero. I can't see him having regular run issue, but he's great stand-in character.
I see him kind of as the like the background smarty kind of guy.
Yeah, like the beast, like the guy who like an oracle who sits at the computer.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So Bo, first of all, C3J, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Welcome on in. Bo, the dialogue, it's really hard to get through. The art is really good. The dialogue is the problem. I'm more than willing to give it a go. Like, I don't expect every book out of the Rippaverse to be like the greatest thing ever. But it's consistently good comics.
Yeah.
And what gets me more is you pay your money and you wait at most 3 months before it ships.
Yeah.
And that's what I like most. One of my favorite things about it is that it ships reasonably fast. You have the book in your hands within a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
And they're good comics. I enjoy reading them. I'm not going to say they're for everybody because not every comic is for everybody. But I have yet to be let down by a Rippaverse comic.
Yeah.
No, I haven't read ISOM yet, and I'm not saying I won't like ISOM. I could say, hey, it's a good, fine comic, not a banger, but it's a good read. But if dialogue is rough, that might be rough. But I'm definitely still going to give it a shot.
It's a good intro, but I think that 2 and 3 definitely hit the ballpark for it.
Okay, so it sounds like ISOM 1 suffers from the new writer's syndrome. He's working on it. He's trying to find his way.
Yeah, so when I read it, I knew, like, okay, so here's the thing is, like, he was a brand new writer, and like I was like, there's issues, but he's a brand new writer, and for what he wrote, it was phenomenal for what he wrote as a first time writer. So
Okay.
I will say that.
So what about Bo's thing? Is it the dialogue problem in the first book, or is it?
It's a little bit of the dialogue, and then there are some art issues, minor art issues, but I really didn't have a problem with it. Like the smallest, it's the smallest things with both the art and the dialogue. But whatever people say about it, I had no issues with it whatsoever, regardless, because I knew that it was a first time book. So
That's why I always say, like, I'm a big Dresden Files reader. My whole top shelf back there, 3/4 of it is Jim Butcher, like the Dresden Files. And I always tell people, when you read Dresden Files, read the first 3 books, or even the first 4, then make your choice. Because the first book was his first book, and the first 2 books he's still trying to find his way. The book 3 and book 4 are amazing, like solid reads.
Yeah. When I read a first issue, the way that I decide if I like it or not is, I think at the end, did it leave me wanting more? And it definitely, ISOM 1 definitely did that.
Yaira 3 left me wanting more. Gooding didn't, but I felt Gooding was a good self-contained story.
Yeah.
And I really liked that.
I think Gooding was just too short for me, in my opinion.
It was a very short book, and you can't get around it. It was a very, very short book, Gooding. But I definitely enjoyed it. Bloodruth definitely left me wanting more, and the hat tilts to Constantine with the mystery house and everything that the sisters did was absolutely phenomenal. Says number 3, ISOM 3 was a lot of fun. Okay, so it does sound like this is it was his first book. He was finding his pace and his voice and everything like that, and then he kind of corrected it in the future in the other books.
2 and 3 are amazing. Like,
Okay. So suffer through 1, happy 2, 3. Okay. Gotcha. Glorious Death, Norfolka has me really, really interested.
yeah.
That's my
This
cover too.
Norfolka Glorious Death was Norfolka, because they're at the end of Isom 1. That
Mhm.
was what really got me interested in the Rippaverse. I was like, oh, this is kind of going to be a fun universe. Then when I saw Norfolk, I was like, I'm in. I'm full throttle, like I'm in. So,
I went full throttle. It took me forever to finally bite the bullet, mostly freeing up funding and everything. But when I found out it wasn't like an indie, not that I have anything against Indiegogo. I think they're good for what they do. Being able to go, hey, I can just order this book and know within 3 months I'm going to have it. That book will be in my hand. My money won't be tied up. To me, that tells me, first of all, that they respect my income. They respect where my money is going from, which is a big thing. Not that the Indiegogos don't, but Indiegogo can have hiccups. You can have little problems. You can have all this stuff. Rippaverse is like, I'm waiting for them to own their own print shop at this point. Because I know it's probably coming down the road in like 5 years.
yeah.
And hell, maybe by then I'll be finished my story, my comic, and I can actually do it. Which I actually got to get around to finish writing. But Norfolka looks absolutely fantastic, and this is going to be freaking awesome. I don't even know what it's about, and I want to get my hands on this comic.
It's my baby. It's been my baby.
Salvage, I like noir. So I really like Salvage, and while I haven't read Isom, the one experience I have with Eric July's writing was that Lawyer, and that had a very noir feel to it. I feel like he's really good at noir stuff. Like it's his wheelhouse. Like he can write a lot of stuff, but where he shines is his noir.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
We got this coming out by this one coming out writer Carol Brown. God, I cannot wait to get a hold of this book. Drawn by Kanan, written by Eric July, drawn by Kanan White. She will be my comic mommy because I have a weakness for redheads.
Yeah, Saoirse's gonna be really good.
Saoirse gonna be really good. So I love both Jen and Sylvia Soska. Profound amount of love for those ladies. And I told them that no matter what, I refuse to pick a favorite between Lillian Ronashi and Michael Copper. I will not pick a favorite between the two of them. I will love both books equally. That being said, I made a suggestion, a fantastic suggestion for the Black Eyed Club.
Yeah.
Since Michael Copper likes, contracts and everything like that. And, you get a very Faustian bargain over him, like the green eyes of jealousy, like his green eyes, like green, it's always greener. You always want more of the green, greedy eyes. Why not have a page in the book of a mock contract for for one of the, I forget who, I think, yeah, this is Syl, for Syl to sign in proxy for Michael Copper.
Mm-hmm.
Just a fake Faustian deal in the book. That way she can sign the cover and she can sign the contract on the page. Put it near the back of the book. And she's like, that's a really good idea.
I love that they listen to the fans. I love
they
that.
do.
They really do.
They really, really do. We got Syl Soska doing Michael Copper, doing the Black Eyed Club. And we have Jen Soska doing Lillian Ronashi, The Curse. These are two villains in the Rippaverse. These are not heroes. These are villains. And these two books actually have. I honestly hope they release at the same time.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
I would love to get a 2-pack.
Yeah.
But they got a lot of stuff coming out. Saints and Sinners was good. I really hope we see more. We know we got more horsemen coming on the way. I
Oh, yeah.
also feel that Zaylin should be treated as the Silver Surfer of the
Yes.
universe. Like when Marvel first used the Silver Surfer, he would show up, but when he showed up, you knew shit was about to get really, really bad, so they needed the Silver Surfer. I think Zaylin needs to be treated the same way.
Yeah, I think that is their direction for sure.
I seriously hope so. He's had mentions and everything like that, but I really hope they use him sparingly.
You know what I thought was kind of cool was Joe Bennett. I think I, if I'm right, I think Joe Bennett was the one that pretty much created this character. It was Chuck and Joe together, but it was mostly Joe.
Well, Zayn is a spectacle, man. Like the comic art, page by page, is from the covers to everything.
Yeah,
Was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
And like I gotta find my cover. Like the cover of him just floating in space, looking grandiose, was fantastic. And they're like, as soon as they said like, if you don't want your comic, you'll get a full refund and everything. I'm like, no, shipping misprinted. I want my comic.
Yeah, that's how I was too. I wanted to read it so bad.
I wanted to read that so bad. And Norfolk the Glorious Death should be the next one shipping.
That's good.
So we could do a surprise if we get it in roughly around the same time. We could do a surprise hour-long short box of this.
Let's do it.
And like we'll have to coordinate on that with shipping and everything because I only ordered. I think I forget. I think I ordered the Ripazine with it with Blue Swift. Because sometimes I gotta bulk that. The shipping prices went up from like $8 to $9, so sometimes you gotta kind of bulk that shipping together a little bit.
Yeah,
but no, definitely want to get that cover. But man, that Zaylin cover is absolutely fantastic. You can't even find it anymore.
Yeah, great. Which cover are you talking about?
I think it's cover A.
Oh, cover A. Okay. I got the classic cover.
Yeah, 1 minute. No, that's t-shirts. I'm hoping. See, I'm a big like when it comes to merch, I'm a big fan of like pins and patches and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So I'm hoping they have like some pins of like Zaylin symbol, Alpha Core symbol, a symbol for stuff like that at MegaCon.
I'm waiting for bumper stickers.
That would be cool.
I love bumper stickers.
The Dokuman cards are cool. I just don't have the funds. Yeah, right here. I ordered the limited edition cover A, which is
not on there.
Yeah, it is. It's this one right here.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's the one I almost ordered this one. I'm like, I wanted both, but I'm like, you gotta make a choice.
Yeah. I like my cover. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. But no, like I love my Zaylin book. That was such a great fun read. But no, I got Blue Swift on order. I think that's ordered with So no, but anything Rippaverse I can recommend as a good read. I enjoy it. It might like there is something in this universe for every comic reader.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're doing.
If you like magic, go with Bloodruth. If you want space stuff, go with Zaylin. If you want a team, go with Alpha Core. If you want a couple of standalone heroes, we got them too. You want world building, Great War of Separation 1 and 2, you'll love it and probably hook you into the rest of it. When I started reading this, I think the first comic I ordered was Horseman. On the word of Chuck Dixon was Horseman Welcome to Florida, the third book or the second book.
So you were a little late.
I didn't get it on ISOM. When Jen and Silva Soska came on one of the
Yeah.
Az show. They were on Nerdrotic's show. They were on Az's show promoting the comic book. I'm like, I want to see their work. So what did I do? I went to grab some of their back issues, read it, and I read it. I'm like, this is really good shit. These ladies know what they're doing. So I immediately went, okay, we'll grab 2 copies of each of these and pre-order Yaira.
Go.
Now, but I got in, I think, I don't know what I got in. No, the first book was Isom, then there was Alpha Core.
Mm-hmm.
And after Alpha Core came Horseman, Welcome to Flores Park. And then came Yaira. And I got in the Horseman and Yaira. You know what? I can look it up right now. I can look up my order history and find out when I got what. Load. Log in. Thank you. There's orders. Here we go. My very first Rippaverse order. What comic did I buy first? Was Horseman Welcome to Flores Park.
There you go.
That was my first Rippaverse order, and I've been hooked ever since. I have not been able to say no to Rippaverse. I rework budgets. I don't do streaming. But the other big thing is I don't have like 5 or 6 streaming services I have to go to and get every month. Like all of them are way too expensive, and the free ones are perfectly good. And most of the time I'm watching YouTube anyways. But no, Rippaverse is definitely worth getting into if you haven't. Pick and choose. Yeah. I tend to just like all of it. Hey, what do you got? Stop chewing on that. I tend to get into all of it, but yeah, I think that's this week's short box. That's about 2 hours, a little under 2 hours. My foot is not your chew toy. And my dog needs to go out. So that's where we're calling it here, folks. Thank you all so much for coming in and listening to a very fat man yell into a microphone and his midget ginger friend.
I would say Wolverine comic book accurate height.
5'2"?
5'3".
5'3". But no, that's where we're calling it. Gingy, where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. Yeah.
All right. On X under Ginger Wolverine.
Oh, and X. Exactly. Yep. Ginger Wolverine. Yep.
And I am Brimstone. You can find me on X. Hit that like, hit that sub button. This video will be unlisted after this. This is because it shifts into a video and it tries to push that out into the algorithm. But if you want more of this stuff, sub to the channel. I do videos every time I find something worthy of making a video. I'm not the standard, oh, I hate Marvel, I hate DC, because you're going to get enough of that when I'm alive. So there's no point in making videos on it. But I will be doing a full review of It Welcome to Derry. The first episode airs tonight. That's what I'm doing after this. I'm going to go watch the episode, and I'll probably record a review tomorrow morning. I go live with Real Talk on Thursdays with Wasp. We'll be playing. This week, we're doing Drag Me to Hell as the spooky season finishes up. And after that, I got Landman review coming up. And of course, I will be doing parts of Stranger Things and catch-up videos for people who haven't watched it yet. Because, and I'm still working on that freaking nostalgia cartoon shit, which takes a while, by the way. I have the script done, but I can't. They've been doing construction behind my house, like half a football field away. They're replacing water pipes, the water mains in the city. So it's nothing but nonstop all day. And I don't know what it's picking up. So that's why you haven't gotten a regular video from me, because I have to take the opportunity when they're not working on it. I'll wake up and like, they're not working on it. Rush record. But no, this is Brimstone signing off, and I will see you all Thursday, if not next Sunday, for some more comic talk and angry rants about the state of pop culture. For now, via con Dios, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.